Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Some secrets do not arrive with a loud explosion. They creep in like a chill through the brightly lit corridors of a hospital, like a stare that lingers a second too long, like a warning that seems meant to protect someone, but is actually hiding a dark network tightening its grip around everyone involved. In Fairmont Crest, where power always wears elegance and sins are usually hidden behind closed doors, the truth about Leah begins to surface in the most terrifying way. She is not merely a cold, calculating woman, nor is she just another new name entering the chaotic orbit of Garland Memorial. Beneath that sharp, polished exterior lies a blood tie quietly connecting her to Joey, and that bond opens the door to a secret powerful enough to destroy every disguise they have worked so hard to build. Even more disturbing, the warnings Leah keeps directing at Grayson no longer feel like professional control. They sound more like orders from someone sinking beside him inside an organization no one dares to name too loudly beyond the fear attached to plasma. Leah understands very clearly that her life was not built on freedom of choice, but on layers of trauma, emotional debts, and old promises that were never allowed to be broken. The fact that she's Joey's sister is not just a hidden family detail. It is the foundation of every distortion in the way she sees the world. Joey grew up with bitterness, violence, and the feeling that his future had been stolen from him, while Leah grew up in the shadow of a brother full of wounds and equally full of a hunger for control. What exists between them is no longer the ordinary bond between siblings, but an alliance forged from the fear of abandonment, from years of witnessing darkness together and learning how to survive inside it. That is why, as Joey drifts deeper into dangerous choices, Leah does not stand aside. She steps into the game with the coldness of someone who believes there is no way back, that as long as she is hard enough, ruthless enough, she can keep every secret from being exposed. Grayson becomes the most dangerous link in the chain because he is ambitious enough to step into forbidden territory, yet not strong enough to keep his emotions away from Ashley. Leah sees that with painful clarity. Every time she forbids Grayson from being with Ashley, it is not jealousy, nor is it simply caution. It is panic hidden beneath a composed face. Ashley is the kind of person who can make someone living through lies begin to want to become decent, and the moment Grayson allows himself to soften, the entire system that Leah, Joey, and Grayson share stands on the edge of collapse. Leah is not angry because Ashley appeared. She is angry because Ashley brings out the part of Grayson that should have been buried long ago. To Leah, emotion is a dangerous luxury, a weakness capable of destroying everything. Joey stands at the center of this storm. Yet the irony is that he is also the one who understands the price of betrayal better than anyone. He knows Leah is sinking deeper and deeper, knows Grayson is beginning to waver, and knows that a single mistake could pull every secret tied to plasma out of the shadows. What hurts Joey most is not the risk of being exposed, but the pain of watching his sister become even colder than he is. There are moments when Joey wants to pull Leah out of all of this, to end the long chain of threats and manipulation, but he does not have the courage to destroy the very thing he once helped build. Every silent choice Joey makes carries the shape of protection, yet the more he protects Leah, the closer he pushes her to the edge of the abyss. Meanwhile, Grayson begins to feel the rope tightening around his neck. Leah's presence no longer feels like pressure from an ally. It feels like a reminder that he has sold his soul to an organization that does not allow anyone to turn back. He fears Leah and resents her for her cold commands, yet deep down he knows he is the one who stepped into the swamp willingly. Ashley makes him see a way out, but she also forces him to confront how stained he has become. Guilt turns into anger, anger turns into recklessness, and that recklessness leads him into even more dangerous mistakes. He withholds pieces of information, delays meetings, tries to carve out small spaces for himself. But every move like that only makes Leah more suspicious and Joey more unstable. The greatest tragedy of this story does not lie in who they are to one another, but in the fact that they understand one another too well to ever truly forgive. Leah knows Joey will not let go easily. Joey knows Leah is desperate enough to do something irreversible, and Grayson knows that if even one of the three of them panics, everything will fall apart in the bloodiest way possible. When family secrets begin to pile on top of criminal secrets, every line between love and self-interest becomes warped. No one can tell anymore whether a warning comes from love or from the need to silence someone, whether a sacrifice is meant to save a person or simply to keep the network alive. And then the explosion does not come from an outside enemy, but from the fractures already growing inside them. All it takes is one more time for Grayson to reach for Ashley. One more time for Joey to protect Leah by hiding the truth. One more time for Leah to strike first in order to keep control, and everything will go beyond the point of return. This is the kind of tragedy in which the more people love one another, the more deeply they wound each other, the harder they fight to keep secrets, the deeper they bury themselves in loss. And when the truth finally rises to the surface, what is destroyed will not only be the mask of plasma, but also whatever remains inside them of trust, family, and the possibility of redemption. In that world, no one is entirely a victim, and no one is clean enough to walk away without carrying blood and pain with them. Thank you for watching the entire video. Please like and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates on the series.